Hello everyone. Today is November 15, 2025. I'm going to talk about how I solved the issue that I could not install PyTorch on Python 3.13, which is currently a relatively new version of Python. So the issue is like when I pip install Torch, I got this kind of error. It says it cannot find a version that satisfies the requirement Torch without a whole lot of detail there. So it's really hard to figure out what's going on. Fortunately, right now we have UV. So UV itself is a newer version of Python package manager. So it's super fast. So maybe in another video, I'll dive deeper into that. But using UV install torch, it shows like a more detailed message about like what is going on. So it's not very easy to read the message. I will try to explain this in a more like a more human readable form there. So as you can see here, this is a list of like all the available torch packages there. So the issue, it's like these two versions. So we have like 2.4.1 and the next version is 2.5.0 there. So what this message is saying, for this version 2.4.1, it doesn't support like the new version of Python, which is Python 3.13 there. So because my current system Python is like in this new version, so I could not use like the older version of it. However, it is available for like a slightly older version of Python, which is 3.8 to 3.12. However, like for a new version of Torch, like 2.5.0, it does support like Python 3.13. However, because the current Mac OS that I'm using, actually the current MacBook that I'm using is on Intel chip. It's not like a M1. So this is listing my current platform is Mac OS 15 with an x86 64-bit architecture. So that means this is an Intel chip there. It it's not available for this newer version of Torch. So the only version that I can use on my current MacBook would be 2.4.1 there. So then the solution is somehow I need to downgrade my Python version to 3.12 currently to solve the issue. So what I did was like first I deactivate my current virtual environment, and then I use like this command uv venv dash dash python, give a target version. So I want like a 3.12, and ml is the virtual environment name, and this is optional. If you don't give a name, it would just be like a .venv there. And after running this command, it will tell you you can run this source and the directory of your virtual environment activated. Then you can get into like the new virtual environment that just created. So that's all I did. So I run this source and give the directory activated command. You'll see this like a ML in parentheses in front of my system part. So that means I'm currently in the virtual environment. Then I could use like UV pip install torch. And this time it does let me finish the whole installation process. However, there's another issue, which is like for the version, this particular version of Torch 2.4.1, we will need NumPy 1 point something, which is an older version of NumPy to be compatible to this older version of like Torch. It's older version, but it's not super old. So most of the stuff that we care still usable. It just lack of some probably the newest features. So again, we could use like UV pip install and giving the NumPy package equal the target version that we want. So 1.26.4 is the newest version of like 1 point something version of NumPy. And then you can also give like a force reinstall. So if your current system already have like a different NumPy version, it will force like the new installation of NumPy to go to this like specified version of it. So, and then you can finish it. Then, so like this will tell you what happened after you run this. So previously I have like NumPy 2.3.4 installed. Minus means it just like remove this newer version and reinstall the older version of NumPy, which is the target version 1.26.4. And after that, we should be able to use like a torch with no problem. So I test it, everything is working fine. I could run torch with my 3.12.10 version of Python in this virtual environment. So if you found this video is helpful, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And also feel free to leave me a comment and share to your friends. Thank you.